Hey guys, this is Charles Alvarez, CEO of Cornerstone. Why is it that so many technology and business to business professional service firms are having such a hard time with sales? It's mind boggling to me. And I think some of the studying that HubSpot did on this dilemma kind of clears a couple of things up, and I hope it does for you. So here's a couple of stats I wanted to share with you, just three of them. The first is that 24% of salespeople either meet or exceed their sales goal or quota for the year. 24%. That basically means 76% did not meet or exceed their quota. The second stat that I found to be interesting was the fact that 71% of buyers only want to engage the salesperson at that company under two scenarios. The first scenario is when they have shortlisted your company and they want to learn more about what you can offer them. So they want to take the next step with your sales team. And the second is when they are ready to buy. Okay? Then the third stat that I thought was interesting is they surveyed, I don't know, I think 1,100 salespeople. And what they found was that the biggest challenge that these salespeople had, 40% of those respondents said that their biggest challenge was prospecting, followed by closing, which was 36%, followed by qualifying, which was 22%. Guys, what is sales if it's not prospecting, qualifying, and closing? I mean, my gosh. But what is all this and about 64 other stats that I'm not even going to bore you with is saying? It's saying one thing. And this might hurt a little bit because it hurt me the first time I heard it, but it made a substantial difference to my business and my client's business, is your messaging sucks. It's just awful. Here's a reason why people pay attention and why some companies that have worse technology and worse service for you do better than you do. And in the past did better than I did. And it comes down to that they have better messaging. So here's the way how we can fix that. I'm going to give you a tool, a framework on how to build messages or messaging that can make you stand head and shoulders above the competition. Because at the end of the day, the best companies in the world are masters when it comes to messaging. But look, you don't have to have a degree in marketing or anything like that. You simply have to understand how people buy and how messages get read, what messages get read, and why they're being read. And it comes down to something called the marketing equation, which is based upon research that David Gleicher did in the 1960s on what makes people change. And he was an economist. So he wasn't like, a psychologist or anything like that. He simply was an economist that won a Pulitzer Prize in 1964 for the work that he did on what gets organizations, what gets people to change. And it has completely revolutionized business for the better. They actually created an equation out of it called the marketing equation to help companies build messages to make you stand head and shoulders above your competition. So here it is. There's four variables. The first variable is something called the interrupt. Now, you and I both know that people are 10 times more likely to avoid pain than to seek pleasure. So the purpose of the interrupt statement, and by the way, this works for any type of content you create, whether it's a value proposition, an email, a blog, it doesn't matter. It works for everything, okay? So the interrupt identifies with their challenge or pain point. It sounds like, are you sick and tired of your salespeople not performing? Are you tired of your back office people not getting the financial reports done in time? Are you sick of the fact that it takes your contracts team so long to process documentation or to find terms in an agreement? Okay, so identifies with their challenge or their pain point. Okay, that is what gets people's attention, is if you can identify with their challenge. But you don't want to leave them there. The second variable is something called the engage. The engage gives them a taste of how much better their life can be if they did business with you and adopted your solution. Imagine getting 50 sales qualified leads on a monthly basis. Imagine getting 90% of your tasks done with half of the effort or half of the staff. So it kind of gives them a taste of how much better the life can be by doing business with you. The third variable, or the third component, is something called the educate. The way that our minds work at processing information is we make decisions with our emotions first, but we have to justify it with our minds. So if we just gave people emotion all the time, they wouldn't buy because they don't understand how exactly you can help them. So the educate is 2 or 3 bullet points, maybe 4, that shows them how they can get from where they are now, their interrupt, their challenge, their pain point, to where they want to be, the engage. And then the last component, or the fourth component, is the offer. Now, the offer needs to be simple, compelling, and easy. Let me say that again. Simple, compelling, and easy. The more effort somebody has to take in order to take the next step, the less likely they are to actually do it. Here's an example. I'm going to make you an offer right now. If you enjoyed this video, I'm going to create another video that walks you through exactly what are the 4 steps necessary in the business-to-business world, in the technology world, to turn a stranger into a new client, and the 4 ingredients of a sale. And guys, this has completely revolutionized my clients. We work with over 300 clients in the technology and professional services space, and they have grown their businesses by cumulative, documented anyway, $154 million. So this stuff works, guys. So if you enjoyed this content, great, that's awesome. Go ahead and start creating your messaging. If you'd like to take this a step further to find out how you can use this along with the 4 components of what has to be in a sale to consummate it, as well as what the 4 steps are to turn a stranger into a client, just put your name and email address below and you'll get immediate access to my next video, which walks you through exactly how to do that. Hope this has been helpful, guys. Take care.